Good evening, everybody. My name is Shay from Keeping It Real with Shay, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Once again, if you aren't subscribed yet to my channel, please do subscribe to Keeping It Real with Shay. Hit the thumbs up button, comment, subscribe, and click the bell on your way out. Oh my goodness, guys, I have such a great show for you. I am even so excited. But before that, I just also want to tell everybody that we are streaming live on Facebook as well. So hello to everybody, all the viewers on Facebook. And of course, again, all the viewers here tonight on Keeping It Real with Shay. Please, guys, use the live chat box and interact with me tonight, because I'm sure that you are just gonna be itching to ask some questions. So I don't even want to waste any more time. I want to introduce my special guests for tonight. This couple has inspired many on TikTok. This couple has inspired myself as well. I have been watching this story from the beginning and only have watched 60 seconds of each part of this story. So tonight, I am so fortunate enough to have this sought out TikTok couple who found love just by doing a simple duet on TikTok. Please help me welcome tonight live on Keeping It Real with Shay, Michael Bow and Janeal Velez. Hi, guys.
Hi, how are you?
I am good. Oh my goodness. I am so excited. There are people that are just going to be blowing up our chat box. But yes, thank you so much, guys, for joining me live on my YouTube channel, Keeping It Real with Shay. You are such an inspiration. I am so excited to hear your story. So you know what, guys, without further ado, the floor is yours.
Thank you. We always enjoy sharing our story. And like you said, it started on TikTok. Just one morning when she popped up on my FYP with, a song that a lot of people don't realize, but I actually set up that same duet that I duetted of hers the night before. And when I saw her do it, I was like, oh my God, I got to stop everything and just duet this real quick. And it went from there.
Yeah. And then I got the notification. And the funny thing is that duet, I had never set up a duet before. That was the first one I had ever set up.
Yeah.
So when I got the notification, I was excited that someone even did the duet. And then to see it was him, I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy just did my duet. I was so excited.
Right? Like, how do these, just so, sorry to cut you off, but just for our viewers who don't have TikTok, how do you do the duet? Like, what does that entail?
It's pretty much like one person sets up the video and you see it. It's usually like a funny skit or music. In our case at that time, it was music. And you just click this, a button on there, and then you duet it. And it basically split screens and allows you to pretty much join in and sing with that other person. And then it joins the two video. And as if you were duet, except you're at your house and they're at their house.
Wow. I know, I was like, that's kind of neat how it works. So, so Michael, you did that song first.
Yes.
Right? And then after you did it, Janeal, you saw it. And then
I saw that he did mine.
Oh, he did yours first, right? I saw that. Okay, so he did yours first.
Yes, he did the duet that I set up first. He did mine. So
and then
I went on his page, started stalking him a bit, and I'm like, ooh, okay. He's got a bunch of duets set up. Let me do one of his.
Yeah.
I did one of his duets.
Yeah.
And that was the Grease duet.
And
Yes. Oh, that's my favorite one. Um, so okay, so continue. So you guys, okay, so you guys did this duet. You did one. You answer. It's like you kind of answered. So,
Answer.
guys,
Like, well, I'll do. He did one of mine. I'll do one of his, and we kind of just were responding through the comments, kind of like thank you, and thanks for doing my duet. It came out great, and he did the same thing.
Yeah, and it was back and forth like that for a few duets.
We did a few after that.
Yeah, so before that though, before the duets, like were you guys already following each other?
No.
No, we were following each other.
Prior to the duet? No.
Yes. We were. No?
I don't know. I like I said, I never saw her.
Oh, you started following me when you saw me. Yes.
After the first duet, because I never
that's how
seen
you found
her before until the first time when she popped up on my For You page, which is TikTok's recommendation of, hey, this person has similarities to you, things that are in common with you.
Oh, that's what that means.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just thought you had to do that.
For You page. You might like this person's material.
Oh, okay. So it's based on kind of, I guess, what you previously post. And then you kind of, oh, okay. See, I don't know this stuff. So what, I guess, what intrigued you guys about getting into TikTok? Was it the pandemic?
It was quarantine. I think most of us started in quarantine.
Yes.
My son wanted to do a video with me. And I think he regrets it now. I know he regrets it now because his friends are like driving him crazy because, we're all over there. But I did one video with him, and then I started just watching videos. And I said, oh my God, you're hysterical. And I just started doing kind of the voiceover, comedy little videos and having fun with it. And then
as for me, I didn't even start my TikTok until like late May. And the only reason why I got a TikTok was I was using my daughter's phone to look at TikToks, and she just with it. She's like, go use your phone, create your own account and watch it on your phone. I was like, all right, fine. And
so yeah, it was thanks to our kids.
Yeah, it was because of the kids.
It's because of the kids. So let's touch a little bit before TikTok. Were you guys already kind of dating, like out, like not with each other, obviously, but in terms of looking for love?
Just going through a divorce, so I was in no way ready, looking. It was nowhere in my head that I was going to get into anything. I mean, just going through a divorce. So it was,
of course. Oh yes, I understand.
So no, it was a complete. He popped up, but there was that instant.
It was that instant attraction.
That instant attraction was there.
It was like that first wow.
Wow, that was it. And I needed to know more and see more.
And how about you, Michael?
I was single, and I dated here and there, and I've been single for a few years, and I really wasn't looking for anything. I had especially on TikTok, I had no intention of, I'm going to start TikTok. I'm going to go up here and find me a woman.
No. Find you a woman.
That wasn't the intention. It was just to, watch funny videos is all it was. And, my life off of TikTok, it was just work. And when quarantine hit, it was that. And at that point, I wasn't even looking for love even more than that. It's just out and about and just doing things and, just doing my own thing. So.
Yeah. So let's fast forward. You did a few duets. You guys were probably now you guys are messaging. So was your messaging just on TikTok, or were you messaging kind of like off now? Did you start giving each other other forms of communication? Like at what point was it like, okay, you know what? I am so into this girl now, or Janeal, oh, you know what? I think this, like, who made that first move to say, you know what? It won't hurt to try, or what, like, who? Okay, so you guys were DMing. I mean, we're doing
it was kind of both, because we were actually just communicating through TikTok's DM back and forth with just, about the video stuff. But after she had done my Grease duet, it came out really cool, and I wanted to, use that duet on my page. And even until this day, is like, for some reason, I can't download anything from her page like I can with most other people's page. And so I DM'd her. It's like, would you mind sending me that video so I can post it on my page? But I didn't tell her to email me. He's like, can you just text it to me?
Okay. But you know what? That's a good thing. Okay, just text it to me. So then you obviously gave, so you gave her your number.
Yeah, and I gave her to text me that video.
And that was, and then I was like, ooh, okay, so now I have his number, which is
yeah. So then when you saw this, because any girl would be like, oh my gosh, he just gave me his number.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Obviously.
So how did you feel?
I was excited because at that point I was already crushing on him big time. I was, I had already stalked his Instagram, stalked his Facebook, stalked everything. And I already wanted to know more about him, but I kind of wanted to make sure if he really was single. He had the whole hashtag single life on everything. So I'm like, okay, he must be single.
I was single.
Yeah.
Sure. So when I had messaged him back, I had actually done another duet of his. And I said, oh, I just want to, I don't know, what did it say? Something like, are you single? Or yeah, just basically, are you really single? And he's like, yeah. And then it was me. I threw out, well, everyone on TikTok has a crush. So who's your TikTok crush? I asked him.
Oh, you asked him privately, right?
Yeah. On text, through text.
Yeah. Through text. Okay, so now you guys have moved on to texting.
Yes.
Okay. And then, Michael, what did you say?
I was hesitant to answer because for me at that time, her account was like way bigger than mine. She had like over 8,000 followers. And I was I was barely reaching 2. So I was like, okay, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to tell her that she's my crush, only for me to look like a dumbass when you find out that she was just asking me to ask me. But I was like, it's you. Yeah.
Oh, you said it's you?
Yeah.
Did you use an emoji?
No.
You just said
I actually told her, like, I really don't want to tell you. It's just like,
yeah.
He didn't want to tell me. And I'm like, just tell me. What's the big deal? Just tell me. And he's like,
I was like, it's you.
And then Janeal, what did you say?
I was shocked.
She told me to stop lying.
I'm like, stop lying. No. And I'm like, you're just saying that so you just want to say that. I didn't believe him. And he's like, no, really, it's you. I was
like, it's you, because I've stalked your social media too.
Okay, so the TikTok, did you, because you just said you stalked, so you creeped. Did you creep on Instagram?
I did. And then the thing is, I have my boundaries, and when I did that, from what I saw and everything, I thought in my mind, I was like, oh, it looks like she's married, so I'm not going there. So, and I didn't. I never ever made any type of advances or anything like, oh, you look cute or anything like that. I just did our, online duets and things, and I kept it at that until she told me, that, it's there's more to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when he said that, and he said I was his crush, then of course I had to confess and say, well, you're my crush.
And I
Oh.
said, well, I thought you were married.
And I'm like, no.
Well, but yeah, because you don't know based on someone's like, stuff, right?
So I kind of went through that whole thing with him, and that was where it all started to unfold.
So okay, so we're there. So okay, so now you're messaging back and forth. You've already told each other that you're each other's crush. Then what happened next?
Our talk started to change. So we started to communicate more, and conversations changed a little bit, but nothing crazy yet. Nothing crazy until,
like, was it like your good morning text?
It was
good morning every day, good night every day, but but nothing like really beyond that until she did.
But from that point, we've spoken every day since that day.
Yeah,
there hasn't
been. Wow. So
yeah.
Okay, so you were texting. Now, when did you graduate from texting to calling, or did you skip the calling and you did FaceTime?
We did both.
Well, we did a phone call first.
Yeah, we did phone call.
We did a phone call first.
And how long was your first ever conversation?
The first call was quick, though.
Yeah, it wasn't too long. I would say probably like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was quick. It was like 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. And then it moved to FaceTime?
We did FaceTime. Yeah.
We do a lot of FaceTime.
We did it. Then it just became natural to do more FaceTime.
Yeah. So it would, and so okay, so for everybody who doesn't know your story, what month did your first interaction start? And then how long after did you guys start kind of talking?
Super quick.
So I think our first duet was like June 6th.
June 6th.
And we started talking June 12th.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So here we are in June 12th, let's say. So what made it official? Like who said what to make it official?
A TikTok video.
Uh-huh.
A TikTok video. Okay, so
I've still.
You know what I saw? I saw this, and honestly, this is what got my attention was Michael's TikTok video, and I tried to see if I could share it, guys, but the audio just didn't do justice. So I was like, I'm not even gonna try. But where you were like something about, I'm gonna reveal it soon. Like it was like a surprise kind of thing. You had like you had a video like that where you guys were now gonna come out.
Oh yeah, because we
remember
we didn't. Yeah. People were kind of they had their idea of who it was. That it was.
Yeah, I saw that.
But we couldn't. Yeah. We didn't want to say, obviously, because everything was really fresh on my end with my children, not knowing.
Of course.
We want everything to just come out, and my son finding out and all of that through social media, and so it was a really touchy situation.
Of course,
because of that, more for me. He was protecting me, so we kind of kept it hush hush. But people knew, people were guessing.
We actually kept it hush hush for a while because we started talking to each other in that sense, like June 12th, like we said, and we decided what we decided on June 12th because I did a duet video, with like, will you be my girlfriend? Mm-hmm. And it was just
yes,
it was just a joke.
It was just a joke.
And she duetted that, but then
that was actually the day that we
talked after that video. We're like, this is kind of real, and we decided, hey, let's try this on the 12th, but we kept it hushed until like later in July.
Yeah, that's
no, and I get that because of everything that's going on, Janeal, with what in terms of it being fresh. I totally get that because even myself, it took me a while to, I think it was 6 months before I actually posted something, right? Because of course you have your kids to protect too.
Right.
And how do you know this is going to work out, right? So you want to make sure at that point that, okay, you know what, we're ready and let's do it. So what is the official date that you guys started? Do you guys go by June 6th? Do you guys by June 12th?
We go by the 12th.
We go by the 12th.
Because that was when we officially started.
When we said, hey,
let's do this. Right?
It was a date. It was a date that she said you can't use the hashtag single life anymore.
So then the moment she said that, that was okay, you know what, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
Right, we're gonna do this.
So
for our viewers out there, both on YouTube and of course Facebook, just so you know, Janeal is from Florida and Michael is from Arizona. Okay, and they have found love through doing a duet on TikTok. Okay, so for those that are just tuning in, that, you know, this is what we're talking about tonight. How you can act, you know, there is love out there and it could be found unexpectedly, right? And you know, before we continue, I just want to say hi to a few people here. So of course, I want to say hi to Nid's Vlog, Paola Mercado, Marisol TV, GC Lifestyle, of course, Life with Joy, Guadalupe Ladra, Jing's Vlogs, Jenna Barkila, and of course on Facebook, and I think as well YouTube. I want to say hi to the girls of Debarcads from Canada. So guys, if you guys follow Michael and Janeal, so the fan club of hashtag Cinderella Story 2020, please leave us a comment on the live chat box so we know that you're watching and we could also say hello. And of course, to those who want to ask this a lovely couple questions, we will have time for questions a little bit later on. So keep those questions on hold for a moment. But again, thank you all so much for tuning in to, of course, YouTube and Facebook Live. And if you're not subscribed yet to Keeping It Real with Shay, please do subscribe. Click the thumbs up button, comment, and of course, subscribe and click the bell. So carrying on, we're here June 12th. You guys are, you know, you guys are talking, I'm sure, all the time. Now, when did you decide it was time to meet? Because remember, guys, it is during the pandemic, right?
Which was
so
issues that we ran into.
Yeah.
How? Please do tell.
We just decided that it was about a few weeks in, and after we started talking, it's like, okay, this is way more than what we thought it was, and the only way that we're gonna find out if it was, you know, what we think it is, was to actually meet in person. Because we went through a stretch to where when we started talking serious with each other, we reached the point where we realized this is a lot more than just, you know, a connection. And it was, we were actually falling in love, and we never actually met each other in person yet.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
We need to make, you know, we
were feeling
fly.
it at the same time, which was really, and we would joke about it and say, are you feeling what you think I'm feeling? But we didn't want to say those words to each other yet.
Of course.
Oh my God.
Did you feel that at first it was infatuation, or maybe, you know, or was it this different feeling that
totally
you know,
Totally.
Yeah, it was totally different.
Right? Oh, I totally get you guys.
Totally.
Like, it's like, I gotta try this because if I don't try it, I'm not gonna know.
Exactly.
Right? Like, okay, so here it is. Okay, so you guys have expressed each other's feelings. And then what happened?
Yeah, we set a date for him to come,
fly.
and we set that date for, it was July 21st.
It was around
July 21st, around that time was when he came to Florida for the
So it was 6 weeks after. Okay, guys, so I hope you're following along this timeline. So 6 weeks after.
Yeah.
Right? 6 weeks after of talking and you know, whatever, FaceTiming, you finally meet.
And honestly, it would have been sooner, but she had a work event that she had to deal with, and I had to go fly to see family.
Mm-hmm. So it was just more scheduling.
Yeah, it was more scheduling than anything, or else we probably would have done it at about 4.
Yeah, yeah, we would have done it sooner. But it was just more scheduling, and it worked out being longer. And it was hard. It was really hard waiting because we just wanted to meet. So I mean,
of course. So, okay, so Janeal, you're driving to the airport, okay? Yeah. So guys, Janeal, so Michael's flying now to Florida to meet Janeal, okay? So you're in the car, you're driving to the airport. What is going through your mind? How are you feeling? Like, I would be so jittery and nervous.
I was terrified because here you are, you've been speaking to this person for the last 6 weeks. And you're like, what if I'm not what he wants? You know, you're like,
yeah, of course.
I was terrified. You know, I was really, really scared. He was a lot more you know, he felt okay, good about it. I was nervous. I was really, really nervous. But when I got there, it was, and you know, on one of the videos that I did on my page, it's the hashtag Cinderella Story 2020 video. It shows a clip of the airport video.
Yes, and it's actually in my promo video, guys. So if you want to look back, I have it up on YouTube.
And he actually had someone, the passenger next to him was the one that recorded.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So Michael, before we get to the actual meeting, Michael, what was going through your head? Because guys, remember, they met virtually, and it could have been a cat. I mean, even before meeting, I'm sure on Facebook, but I mean on FaceTime, but like, what was going through your head? Like, did you think, shoot, like, you know, like, did you go into this? And I guess this question goes for both of you.
Yeah,
did you go into this?
Catfish never even
crossed
my mind.
Yeah, but
about that at all.
Did you guys go into this with expectations, or did you guys say, you know what, I'm gonna take this risk, I'm gonna jump, let's do this?
Yeah, and I don't think it was. Yeah, expectation wouldn't be the word, but yeah, we knew what we wanted.
Yeah, we
were more working towards making it work than
making it happen. Yeah,
expectations. We're like, this is the real deal. We're gonna figure out a way to make it work.
Yeah. So okay, so you're there, you land, you arrive, you're walking now to meet her. What is going through your head, Janeal? Like, oh my gosh, like, even guys, just seeing the video, like, my heart literally just melted. And how did you guys feel? Like, that first initial embrace.
You see it in the video, like, I was numb. You know, and he's finally here. But at the minute I grabbed him and we held each other and I kissed him, it was as if it didn't feel like the first time. It had felt like we were just seeing each other again after a long time had passed.
Yeah. It
was just so natural, and it was amazing.
That was the crazy thing for me, was it didn't feel like meeting somebody for the first time. It was like, it felt like coming back to somebody. It's weird. It's like I can't even put it into words because I don't know how to describe it. It was just there.
Yeah, it was just there. There was
Yeah.
no awkwardness. It was just.
Oh my gosh. And that's how you know that it is not infatuation. It's
No.
not lust. It is definitely something true there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Definitely something true.
Yeah.
Well, wow. Like, so, okay, so you meet now. Okay. So, how long did you stay, Michael, the first time?
Just a week.
4 days,
Oh,
4 or
no,
5
yeah, it
days,
was
4 or 5
quick.
days.
Oh, wow. So you probably jam-packed your day, got to get to know each other, you know, and all that stuff. And I'm like, I'm sure during this whole time, your following on TikTok skyrocketed,
Yeah,
right?
people were wondering what was, because he would share bits and pieces about what was going on with him, you know, kind of what would you do if you met
Yeah.
someone and they were far away, or
I was asking a lot of indirect questions that was actually pertaining to what was going on with us, but not ever saying directly that is for me.
but
Yes.
they
They
kept
knew.
saying, oh, it's, you know, it's Janeal. And the way this whole Cinderella story came about is because of one video that he did about a jade bracelet. And I don't know if you've seen that video.
I did.
Yeah. And that's kind of where that whole thing blew up. And it started, and he started referring to me because he couldn't say my name to everyone as Cinderella. Because the jade bracelet fit my wrist.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it wasn't like, oh, we talked and I asked her what size wrist she was so I can go buy it. No, I actually got this bracelet almost a year before we even met, and it was just sitting on my dresser.
But why did you buy it? Was it like for my future girlfriend or whoever this bracelet fits is going to be her?
Yeah, it was to help my mom out.
Oh, but no, that's real. That's fine. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, that is like the sweetest thing. Like, and it just fits with the Cinderella story 2020. And wow, oh my gosh. Okay, so sorry, I think you have some followers here that I just gonna quickly say hi. Super Catwoman 69. I have been following them on TikTok. Shan Mead, I follow them on TikTok. Nid's blog says, congratulations. I'm happy for you guys. You found love on TikTok. There is Natasha Bevo.
That's my
daughter. Oh, it's Tashi! Happy birthday, Tashi! She's like, crazy how this happened all from a TikTok duet. Happy birthday, Tashi. So Tashi is, of course, Michael's daughter. And Gladys Estevez, heart. So Tashi's so cute. Okay, so now I'm sure the hardest part, Michael, was leaving. The first. It always is. How was that for the both of you?
Always hard, every single time.
Torture.
You know, yeah.
It's really.
And it's not even the moment of going to the airport. No, it's like the day before.
It starts the day before. Yeah, the day before we become just. Everything changes with us because we know what we're preparing for. And the way I explain it, it's like a piece of me is leaving. Like I'm not complete anymore when he's not here. So I just literally feel lost because my other half is just, he's not there anymore. So it's really, really hard. It's really hard. And I go through like a kind of mourning period for a good week or so. I'm completely out of it. I'm really bad about it.
And it's not easy for me to see her the way she is when I leave.
Of course.
I have more of a shelter because I'm ex-military. I'm used to having to get up and go.
Oh, you were in the military. Okay.
Yeah. and I'm very emotional.
Oh, you know what? And it's any girl would be like any girl would be, because it's that feeling of, oh my gosh, when am I going to see you again? Or it's that feeling of, it's, you know, and we'll touch a little bit on that in a few minutes, about how the long distance relationships, how hard it must be. But before that, sorry, I just don't want to miss the comments. Anita Bocassi, hi from your cousin in New York. Is that your cousin? Yeah. Paola Mercado says, thank you for doing this. So awesome to hear more of the details. She also said, happy birthday to Tashi. And Tashi says, we're so proud of you both. We're your #1 supporters. It's his mom and dad. So that is great. That, like, you know, it's always so nice to see your families, you know, the kids getting together. You're very close. So okay, so long distance relationships. So now you guys go back. So Michael, you go back. I know that Janeal flew to Arizona as well. What, for those, because I know there are some watching that are in long distance relationships, what are, even if you can name 3 things that, or even, we won't even number them, but what keeps you guys as strong as you are? Because even us that live, like, you know, we're in the same city, or like, you know, it's always that you're still like, you know, it's still hard. But for you guys, what is it that that keeps you guys so strong while being apart?
For us, I think it's both of our desire, knowing where all of this is going to lead to. You know, we're not in it thinking, oh, this is just a boyfriend girlfriend relationship. We see way beyond that. We don't even see each other as boyfriend girlfriends, and that was from day one when we first started, you know, realizing, you know, what we had. We kind of skipped over all of that courtship stuff too, from, you know, to more of, I found my life partner.
Yeah.
So, and that idea keeps us strong, and believing that, you know, the distance just doesn't matter, and we would just, you know, work through that. So,
because in the end, it's all going to be worth it, you know. And
of course,
and I think what keeps us is we're constantly communicating, and, you know, we FaceTime constantly. That's the only way we communicate is through FaceTime. And we're honest, and we're open, and we trust each other. There's no insecurities. I mean, it's hard with social media, you know, with him.
Of course. And that's another question. How do you deal with trust and these insecurities? Because even people here, again, like, you guys are dealing with everything that comes with a relationship, and you add the long distance, and then you add the social media influence. You guys are 2 strong people. Like, how? My question is always like, when I look at you guys and I'm like, you know, just kind of, you know, whatever, going through a rough patch, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. They can do this.
We have a rough patch.
Like, how are you guys?
You know, and
you guys have rough patches too?
Oh, of course,
for sure.
Who doesn't? You know,
but no, it's true. It's true. But I mean,
yeah, it's just our belief in you know, each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keeps it moving, and that's where the trust comes from. Because
and the support we have for one, because we know that's, I mean, we met on TikTok. So I'm not going to change who he is on there, and he's not changing who I am on there. And we support each other and the content that we put out there. And, you know, there's no insecurity there. I mean, his following is huge on there. And there's comments constantly on there that, you know.
I'm sure. And how do you deal with that, Janeal? How do you deal with the fans?
I'm proud. He's my man. So let him.
Yeah.
You're gonna say. I mean, I'm not gonna get angry about it. You know, and it's just what it is. It's harder when it's disrespectful, of course.
Oh yes, of course.
When it becomes disrespectful, and you know, you get the hate and you get the negativity.
Yes, and how do you deal with that? Talking about hate and bullying and just negative, how do you deal with that?
You and he's never coming, and I get it.
She takes it hard, and I have to, and I tell her all the time, like you need to build a thicker skin because it's not gonna get better. It's gonna get worse.
Yeah, and it gets worse as the following has grown. Yeah. I've seen a difference in it, and I get more of it as a female.
Of course.
You know, the women attack me as, you know, what are you doing? He's never going to leave. He's not going to you. And, you know, you're wasting your time. It's never going to. So you kind of just have to. What I do is I've learned to delete. I don't want to see it. I don't want it on my page. So I just delete it and don't. You know, there have been a few that I've addressed because they just need to be addressed at some point.
Yes.
And people say you shouldn't waste your time, but sometimes you do. Sometimes you do need to kind of address.
Well, you have to, because if you leave, I mean, you'll know, I think, when it's right to confront.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But there are so many, trust me, we ignore
a
good amount of them. We just ignore it.
Yeah, she you know, she, like I said, she's the more emotional one, and that's like you delete and move on. Then that's how we deal with it, you know, for the moment.
But that's you know, I think as you guys,
that helps us.
What was that? Sorry?
The trust that we have, and you know, that's what gets us through it. That we don't have any insecurity or anything like that. So,
and you know what? That's a remarkable thing that you just said is the trust. Is the trust that is what gets you guys. Because being in a long distance relationship, I mean, if you're even just in a regular relationship, trust is already so hard. Imagine being apart. Like, do you guys fall asleep at night on FaceTime? Like, do you guys right?
Happens quite a bit.
Yeah, I bet. I honestly don't know how you guys do it, but you guys make it work. And I think it's because of the love that you guys have for each other. Not only that, like Michael was saying, it's not, you know, it's not just looking at the now, it's looking at like what's ahead. And I think that's what will drive you to that destination, or you guys know where you're headed.
Yeah. The love, and I do want to acknowledge a lot of love that we do get. I mean, we do get the negative, but we have, I mean, 90%
way more positive than negative.
Of it.
Oh my gosh, I know.
That helps.
Amazing supporters.
The support, it helps us. I mean, that actually does help us, and it helps me, especially when he's not around, and you know, and I'm reading the comments and the support, and seeing how much it helps other relationships and women that feel like they lost hope and they think that they can't find it, and they see our story and it's inspiring. So that really helps us, and we appreciate that. So
yes, it is, but it's true. It's there's so many people out there that you have inspired, because I see other stories that that have started the same thing you guys have, and I mean, I don't follow up, but you know, do you tell them, like, have you guys gotten anybody that had said, you know, can we use your hashtag? So it kind of, it's a trend. Has anybody asked you?
I don't think anybody have used our hashtag. I mean, I think there's been a few that have used it inadvertently. Yeah. But you know,
what they were using for a little bit was the Cinderella story challenge, where which was
I saw that.
They were doing,
and are you guys behind?
Trying to find.
Are you guys behind that challenge? Did you set that challenge?
What I did was I actually set up a video with.
We were supporting it.
Yeah. So I was kind of putting it on my page. Like, I think this is awesome. Like, I think it was super cool to try to find another Cinderella story out there. So I did see that kind of going around for a little bit, but that's kind of all we've seen with it. But no one's, if you go on that hashtag, it's just us.
Yeah.
It's just you. Well, that's your story. So again, guys, hashtag Cinderella Story 2020. Open up a TikTok account just to follow their story, because I don't have any videos, as you probably guys saw, but I honestly use it to watch you guys, honestly. Paula Mercado says they have an entire entourage behind them. Which, yes, Paula, I totally agree with you. Their following is amazing. They're supporters. I was even joking with them earlier that there's probably a fan club we don't know about. And if there's not, Paula, let's start one. Let's start one. I can't believe it's been 45 minutes already. Can you believe it? So, okay, guys, if you guys have questions, use the chat box, the live chat box on YouTube, Facebook. If you guys want to ask a question, please do. Oh, okay. So I didn't even see, my goodness. I have lit on Facebook, Liv Moreno, beautiful couple. I have Imelda Murphy. Wow, that's she said that's very nice. Liv said she's going to start TikTok now. So Liv, yes, do the Cinderella challenge.
Do the Cinderella challenge.
And of course, my sissy from Hamilton, Jenny, she said she's watching here from Hamilton, Jen Rose. So thank you all so much. Keep, we still have a few more minutes, even if we go, guys, is it okay if we go, even if we go about 5 or 10 minutes over time? Just to kind of, maybe there's some late comers that maybe want to just catch the last part. But guys, if you have questions for this wonderful couple, Michael and Janeal, or Michael or Janeal, please use the live chat box, comment, and of course Facebook, because now I can see the comments. I didn't scroll down. I didn't even realize. So, oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. Paolo, can you tell them I am their follower on TikTok? Pam, PAMEFE64.
We know you.
Yay! Okay. Paula, start the fan club. So guys, let's move on to, okay, so now you guys have been together for 5 months.
Yeah.
What is in store for you guys? I mean, I don't want you guys to reveal your future plans or anything, but in terms of Michael and Janeal, how far, like what do you guys have planned for this, the two of you? What are you gonna do with this big, huge social media following?
We have a lot planned. The first part is me relocating to Florida.
You're gonna relocate?
I'm gonna relocate to Florida.
That is awesome. Wow.
I do real estate. I'm a real estate broker in
Arizona,
and I am now licensed in Florida. And
yay! Awesome.
My LLC papers got approved and everything. So the new brokerage will be open in Florida fairly soon.
Awesome. So everything is just working. Everything is just rolling and falling into place.
Right.
Sorry, you have another follower, Darlene Luhan. I've been following them. They're the cutest. Love them. And Paula said, love you guys. So okay, so everybody, Michael's relocating. Okay, so Janeal, how do you feel?
I'm super excited, of course.
Now, this was obviously, Michael, in the plan, right? Like you didn't plan on moving to Florida before you met Janeal.
I didn't. My plan prior to her was, I was actually planning to move, but it wasn't to Florida. And, we had discussed it because I didn't want to be in Arizona anymore. And I actually have been looking for property in Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But after we started, talking and whatnot, and after I went and visit Florida and everything, it's like taxes are very similar in both states, and I get the beach with Florida, so Florida was an easier choice.
Yes, that is true. But oh my gosh. Okay, so you're obviously, are you into surfing? Like you just said you love the beach, right?
I love the beach. I don't surf.
You don't surf.
Don't surf.
Maybe you'll start. Okay, so you're gonna move. Okay, so Theo Salomon, wow, great news. Theo Janeal said congratulations.
Hi,
And Theo said very happy for you is what Theo Salomon, yeah, congratulations, Janeal, happy for you. So
love you.
Super Catwoman 69. I'm a follower on TikTok and Instagram. Okay, great. Wow. Okay, so you're gonna be moving.
Yes.
Okay. And what else is in store for you guys now that we have a lot that are that are following and probably will start their own TikTok account now. What do you guys have planned?
We have something actually very exciting in store, and it's pretty much based off of what people say, how we inspire them, and that we give them hope because they see that love exists, and we are starting. But we've mentioned it before, but we're starting a new thing, and it's called the Vivo Spotlight. And what that is we're going to actually be out, and when we recognize a connection, when we recognize seeing people in love, we're going to spotlight them, and we're going to do videos and recognize these people and their relationships to share them with people that follow us on social media, to let them know it's not just us. There's a lot of other people out there that are actually in love or found love, and in all different ages. And we want to spotlight those people to show everyone that love is out there, and that it's alive and strong, and to have hope. And it'll find you. You don't really even need to find it. When the time comes, it's gonna find you. You just
when
have
the time is right
to the idea of love for that to happen. So, but we're excited on that, and we're watching that very soon.
Yeah, and it'll be on YouTube. We'll be showing the
yeah, so guys, look out for that. I'll share it as well the moment they share it, their YouTube channel. So what they're gonna so GC Lifestyle Michael says, Michael, please say hi to Grant Cardone, the king of 10 times real estate in Florida.
Grant Cardone, how are you?
So guys, for those looking for love, you don't need to look for it. It'll happen when the time is right. But they will have something coming up. So they're gonna have a YouTube channel. Now, is this gonna be just for the States? Because I am Canadian. So hopefully you guys will branch out. And
wherever we go, wherever we see it. And what I'm gonna, we haven't figured out all of the logistics of it yet, but we do want it. I mean, I've never thought about it worldwide, but that would be awesome to have it worldwide.
Guys, your following is international. Your following is international. Like if you actually sat down and looked at, your followers, it's international. It's not just in the States, right?
Definitely. So, we have a lot of Canadian, Australian. We have a lot of in the Asias, and we see people chime in from Europe and whatnot when we do our live too. So we see it all the time. We see it. We see everyone when they chime in where they're from, and at times it shocks us, like, holy cow, we got people following from Russia.
Exactly. So you have to do this worldwide. So guys, they're coming up with this it's not matchmaking, but it's connecting.
Spotlighting
love. There it is.
Spotlight on love or spotlighting love?
Spotlighting love.
That's it.
Spotlighting love.
Yeah.
So I stay tuned for that. I'll share it the moment they share it with me, their YouTube channel, and then you guys just never know. You could be spotted.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And then we might, check back a few months once it's up and running, and we might just do another interview and interview your first ever couple that you spotlight loved.
Yeah.
Right? So, Michael and Janeal, I'm sure a lot of your followers want to know, if they don't know already, or the new ones now that just met you today, what are your nationalities?
Oh, yes, we get that.
Because when I first saw Michael, I thought for sure he was Filipino.
Is that your coin?
And then and Janeal, I already knew. You could tell just by your beauty alone. But yeah, for everybody, what are your nationalities?
I am not Filipino. I'm Vietnamese.
You're Vietnamese full?
I'm Vietnamese, full Vietnamese.
And Janeal?
And I'm Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican, yes. So that is awesome. What a beautiful blend, and just like the diversity of cultures. That's very, very good. That's awesome. But yeah, like what, I might have missed this, but they do. So the question is, I may have missed this, but do they live together or are they still long distance? This is from my cousin, actually, Nikki Diocampo. She asked on Facebook. They're still long distance.
We're still long distance. But this month it really feels like we're living together, because this is our longest time together since we've been together. Yeah, so it's been fun. It's been nice. And the idea to be able to spend a whole month with her, it's nice.
Yes, and I see the smile on her face. She was so excited. She was doing the happy dance. I was so happy for her. But it says, do they find it hard travel? Okay, so Nikki again asked, do they find it hard traveling with COVID?
You just gotta do your due diligence. Be careful. As long as you're careful, I don't think it's a big deal. I think people make it a bigger deal than what it actually is. As long as you're careful with it.
Do you have to quarantine though, Michael, every time you go back? No.
But I'm very careful with who I'm around and whatnot.
Yeah, you stay within your bubble.
Yeah. And the thing is, I work from home for the most part, aside from like when I have to go out and do showings or whatever I have to do. But for the most part, I'm kind of self-quarantine as it is. So it's a little easier for me. What I do. I don't go out and have to do a 9 to 5 to where I have to be around people all day.
Yes.
It's a little different for me.
So Nikki, no, they don't find it hard. They just stick to the due diligence of protecting themselves and making sure that everyone around them is safe. And of course, they're safe too, because love doesn't stop. And the pandemic obviously didn't stop this love, unexpected love.
We get to 2020 a little different than most people do.
Yeah.
Yes, your 2020 will be remembered very much. She said thank you so much for answering her question. That's Nikki Diocampo, of course. Facebook here from Toronto as well. So guys, if you want to follow Michael and Janeal on TikTok, if you hashtag Cinderella Story 2020 on TikTok, you'll see their story, and then you could kind of just go on their profiles. I'm trying to think if I have any questions for you guys. So, okay, so when you move, then that I think that is where not the true test, but that's where it'll be real, really real. You know what I mean? When it's now 100% the two of you always together, and you know, are you super excited, Janeal? Like, what are you feeling?
I'm ready. I'm just ready. I'm ready for him to be here and for us to start our life together. And, you know, everything's kind of fallen into place so nicely. You know, our daughters met finally and they've connected so well. And so that was a huge part for us. And that was really nice. And so everything's kind of falling into place really nice. So
and her parents are super supportive of us and everything. So it just makes everything like super easy.
Have your parents met? Each of your parents?
The parents haven't met, but like you know, I'm very, you know, I'm here, and you know,
my parents love him. I mean, they're just super close.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, for all of you guys that don't know, and this is the first time you've met, Michael is a good cook.
Amazing cook.
I haven't eaten your cooking, but just looking at it, he was cooking with her dad.
Yeah, he was my sous chef for the day.
Yeah, like, so do you cook as a hobby, or did you go to culinary, or?
No, I just cook because if I didn't, I was gonna die from hunger.
Well, yes, that is how we all start, right? Yep. So we are at our hour mark. Any more questions, guys? Facebook, YouTube. So Paula said this is probably the one positive thing about this pandemic. Hashtag Cinderella Story 2020. I do, before I end up, I always have something to say, but for Michael and Janeal, before, is there anything you would like to say, number one, to your followers, your supporters on all social media platforms, and of course, number two, just anything, any advice that you want to give to those who, number one, have found love in our, of course, situations, and are still looking. What can you say to them?
Well, for me, I think on the love side, because for me, I always wanted this. I mean, and you know, I think there's so many women out there that I see that say they've lost hope or they've been hurt so many times and they feel like they're never going to find it. And I just say, do not give up hope. Continue to believe in love. Keep your heart open. It's out there. And when you least expect it, it will come to you. And just keep that open heart and keep, you know, because I never thought this would happen. I wasn't looking for it, but it's here.
It found you.
It found me.
You found each other.
You know, I think just keep believing in love and it will happen. I think that's my biggest thing because I see it so much. People messaging me and commenting and leaving messages like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. You know, I've been hurt so many times. And
yes, I was just going to say that.
Yeah. And it's
the risk.
Just don't give up. It's out there. Just keep believing and keep your heart open. And, you know, to the followers, like I said, we appreciate it so much because it keeps us going. You know, we do it and we just love it.
And, you know, your guard being up is one thing, but you can't keep your heart closed. You got to keep that open to the idea or else it's not going to find you. You have to keep that part open.
And we enjoy sharing our story. You know, it's us.
And that's why we share our story the way we share it, because we didn't really have an intention to share it the way we did, but when we saw the people see us the way they did, we're like, how do we not share it?
Mm-hmm.
How can you not share it? It is just such a beautiful story that I'm sure all of us, you know, I enjoyed very much listening to your story. Because again, guys, if you don't know TikTok, it's only 60 seconds. And just like Paula and I said, like, it's so wonderful to be able to hear it full.
And what we're doing, just so you know, we started kind of telling our stories in chapters on TikTok.
Yes, I saw. I think you guys are like chapter 8. Wait.
Chapter 9. Chapter 10 will be up.
He's do chapter 10. We're up to chapter 10.
Yeah.
So that's the story, you know, a little bit at a time.
Yep.
Yes. So Paula said, sorry guys, oh, I missed that, the cooking with the father-in-law. And then she said, yes, I need all the advice you can give. GC Lifestyle, which is good. He says, what a great reveal. Michael is moving to Florida. I want to move to Florida too. So, Michael, is there anything maybe for the guys? Like, what do you have any advice or anything you want to maybe say?
It's the same, guys or girls. Like I said, I wasn't looking, but don't be afraid to take a chance, because the chances that you miss are the ones you don't take. So
that is right. The chances that, what was that again?
Chances that you miss are the ones that you don't take.
The chances that you miss are the ones that you don't take.
The worst thing that can happen is she's gonna say no. That's it. You're just you're still in the same
And we've
spot.
seen that too. We've seen people message us that say they have a crush, but they're scared to say anything to that person because they think that the person's out of their league, or they may not like them. But what's the worst that can happen?
As a matter of fact, a while back, actually, one of my followers, a few of them, came to me and they're like, I have a crush, but I don't know if he likes me or not. It's like, let me make a video for you. They connected.
And
they connected. That's the thing. It's like you just have to be willing to take that chance. You never know what's gonna happen.
Well, yeah, especially on social media, right? Like you really it's that risk. But I think also if you can feel it already in your first interaction, then you know that this is something that you just need to, it's either at that point, okay, are my feelings are just like, am I really feeling this? Or, you got to take that risk. It's all about taking that risk, taking that chance, because you're right. What if you don't take that chance, you'll never know. And then you'll always keep wondering, what if, right?
Expect it to be as if you were, 20, 25.
Oh yeah, no. No, and that's actually another question. Sorry, I know I'm like prolonging this, but it's another question of mine as well. Like, how did you know that, okay, you know what? This is long term. I want this long term. And was that right when you guys met? It was
pretty quick.
It was pretty much it's with time and age and everything, you just get to a point in your life like where we're at. It's like there's no games that are placed. Like in your mind exactly what you want already. And when the other person, their idea of life is like the same as yours, it just kind of meshes and you just know.
Yeah. No, it's true. You really do just know. And that's not a cliche. It's actually really, it's true, right? It's true. It's either you don't know or you do know. Now, just one more question. I'm like trying. Now, for people that are in long distance relationships, now we did go through what to stay strong and just trust and all that stuff. But do you have any other, like Janeal, for you, or even Michael, for those who, we know people that are here in Canada and have relationships in the Philippines, so it's not as easy to fly. Yeah. So what kind of advice can you give those people that are really far, like overseas, that can't really see their partners? The same, like you just have to be strong, right? If it's worth it.
And just look at the end. What are you working towards? I mean, just look at what you're working towards and what it's worth. What is it worth it?
Yeah.
I mean, is it worth it? Yeah. And that's with anything, right? Is it worth it?
I mean,
is it worth it?
You work at it and you put 1,000% into it, but you're the one that knows the answer to that. You can tell anybody to try, but if it's not in them to want it, then it's not going to work. So we both know what we want and what the end result is. And
we have the same end goal, and that's where it counts, is when you're aligned to where you both want, the same ending. It makes it easier to work towards.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and that's definitely true. I am so excited to follow your journey and continue to follow your journey. And again, so excited that you gave me this chance to, to be interviewed on my YouTube channel and of course on Facebook Live for the world to see just how special your love story really is, and that love does win, and love is still out there,
Definitely.
for anybody. And it's just all a matter of time. And not only that, it's of course, how bad do you want something to work out, and just taking all those risks, and just knowing the value. And of course, if you are both on the same page always and know where you're going, then there's really nothing. Of course, there's going to be, and guys, they did mention they do have rough patches, so it's not all picture perfect. Right?
I from time to time I'll share, that I'm having a tough time, because I am. It's hard. It's not easy. And, I don't want my page to be, I try to keep my page positive. We both do. But we don't want it to seem like it's picture perfect either, because we do have our moments, and we do want to show, the vulnerable side of it as well, because it's hard. And I have moments where, I had to take some time off of social media, because you just need that break, because it becomes a little overwhelming with seeing the comments and meaning the negative side of it, and feeling like you have to put out so much that you need to step away for a minute and kind of regroup. So we try to be true and honest to everybody, because it's who we are, and we're not gonna sugarcoat it. I mean, it is,
This is the real deal, guys. They're real. They're real people. But again, thank you guys so much for this opportunity. And of course, as a token of my appreciation, I just want to let you guys know that I will be shipping you guys a shirt that's a Cinderella story. And of course, was customized by Seek Artists. We do have a clothing apparel line, and you know what? We could not let this night pass without, of course, this is creating this memory and marking it, so that I will always remember this interview for sure. So guys, again, if you're not subscribed yet to Keeping It Real with Shay, please do subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, comment, subscribe, click the bell, because now you will want to wait for the follow-up interview and of course see if you will be spotted for love. Exactly. So Janeal and Michael, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you guys want to just plug in your social media platforms and how they can connect with you guys? All our viewers, go ahead.
So it's the same everywhere for me. It's Janeal_Velez for Instagram and for TikTok. And I do have Facebook as well. And
mine is the same. It's the Michael Vo, both for Instagram and TikTok. And then what we were talking about before, Spotlighting Love, you can find that at the webpage which we're setting up, which is the vivospotlight.com. And on YouTube, it's going to be saying the Vivo Spotlight, and you're going to start seeing videos on that very soon.
And Vivo, it's VE for Velez and Vo, and that's how we do it.
Oh, I love it! Vivo. Okay, so
Vivo. If you're looking for a new house, look out for Vivo Realty LLC.
All right, so Realty LLC in Florida.
In Florida.
And Vivo VEVO Spotlight for finding love.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So again, thank you so much, Michael and Janeal, our TikTok couple who found love on TikTok. Thank you so much. Love does happen, guys, unexpectedly in your time. Keep it real out there, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you guys soon.